All right, Shalom. This is Gamal Yala out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Microchip. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, this is a quick lesson, and actually, this is a part 2 to my lesson that I did. What was it? The 7 things that were crazy conspiracies until 2020 happened. All right, and this is a continuation, and we were on number 3, so I'll just jump straight into it. All right, and it says mandatory GPS tracking of humans. So once again, this is something that was a crazy conspiracy, a year or two, 2 years back. That's now reality. All right, but I'll read it. It says, "Don't be silly. Nobody's actually tracking you with your phone. You're not Jason Bourne." It says, "Whoops, 2020 proved that was a lie when they rolled out contact tracing apps to make sure you didn't breathe the same air as somebody who got a positive COVID test." It says, "Not only do sick or potentially sick people need to worry about being phoned or questioned by contact tracers, but there's also a whole new world of dystopian technology being rapidly developed." All right, yeah, because this devil is working towards, well, first of all, contact tracing is their method of keeping tabs on who all has been sick and who all you have been in contact with. All right, and they say that, they claim that curbs that curbs the spread of the disease. All right, because they're able to keep track of who is sick and who that person has contacted, and so the spread. So let's get this. 2 Corinthians 2:11, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." Now let's go back. It says, "Apple and Google formed a partnership to develop a phone app with the potential to monitor 1/3 of the world's population." So that's Satan's devices, okay? Because he's using this COVID-19 as a means to keep tabs on everyone, okay, to trace everyone, to contact, because he wants to tighten up on his control. It says the Australian government has developed an app called COVID Safe to protect you, your family and friends, and save lives of other Australians. The more Australians connect to COVID Safe app, the quicker we can find the virus. Okay, it says, in fact, all sorts of potentially invasive technology tools are springing up to fight COVID. Some use AI to detect signs of COVID, and the Department of Defense is deploying thermal imaging to detect signs of COVID. It says, so if you have a smartphone, rest assured at some point you're probably going to have an app like this forcibly installed during one of those relentless updates. Of course, they'll say that the app is just framework, and you have to enable it for it to work. Oh wait, they already said that after installing the framework. Yeah, which on I want to say on the iPhone, when you go into settings, it actually says something about COVID. They have or whenever they had a update, okay, they automatically installed it on the update, because they want to, like I said, they want to keep track. They need to keep tabs on, supposedly, but that, like I said, that's a part of Satan's devices. Okay, that's his deception. But the scriptures also tell us, never trust thine enemy. What's that? Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So we don't trust him. We don't trust You know, because they try to say, oh, everyone needs to, you know, do this, download the app. So, you know, you can be safe. You can not be around people who have the virus, you know. And it says, let's see. Well, that was that. And all right, let's go back to it. It says, number 4, cashless societies. Somehow the United States ran out of change. There were no coins to be had anywhere for a while, Bloomberg reported in August. As if a deep recession was a never-ending pandemic wasn't enough, the U.S. now faces another crisis, a coin shortage. Thanks to lockdowns, fewer coins are in circulation, leaving businesses unable to make change when customers hand over paper money. There's a lot of people concerned, especially since Venezuela used COVID to push citizens toward a cashless society. When the United States, the change shortage was so expensive, it caused many stores to give you your change on a store loyalty card or invite you to donate that change to some cause. A true cashless society would allow significant control over your day-to-day lives. Yeah, and that's what they want to move towards. All right, because like I said, this devil uses deception, which it ain't no damn coin shortage. That's just something he came up with to, you know, further implement his plans, his new world order. He wants to do away with cash. It says number 5, microchips. DARPA got involved early on, touting it as a way to save us all from COVID. Now this is the part. This is the best point in this whole article, because it just goes straight into microchips. Now, we've been telling you that the microchips, and when I say we, I'm talking about Great Millstone. We've been telling you about the microchips, and that these microchips are, well, the microchip, the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. And now it's not a far-fetched thing, is it? But we've been telling you. Now you know, it's not so unrealistic that this devil is going to implement these microchips. And these camps, all you camps that aren't teaching that the mark of the beast is the microchip, you're gonna be judged, man. You're gonna look stupid. The more and more things that come to pass, you're gonna look stupid, because now this is a reality. Let's go ahead and get this before we get into microchips. Go into the microchip scripture. Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. It says DARPA got involved early on, touting it as a way to save us all from COVID. It says, but governments aren't having to market the chip as a method to track, trace, and control their populations. Instead, they are marketing the chip as a way to track and detect COVID and other coronaviruses. Clearly, this is a much easier sell to a public literally terrorized by their governments and mainstream outlets for the last 6 months. Raul Diego details the coming rollout of the new biochip in his article. Let me see. Let's skip all that. I'm gonna read this. It says the microchip talk died down, but the fact as well, it ain't gonna die down. It's gonna if it did die down, it's coming right back. You know, it says the microchip talk died down, but the fact it as even a discussion and topic of COVID research should be troubling. Anyway, after the initial microchip hubbub, the push got rejected toward our next conspiracy theory. But like I said, it's not gonna get, it's not dying down, man. You know, it's increasing. The Lord is having the microchip, the talk of the microchip, you know, to where now it's way more, you know, it's way more. You're seeing way more articles being brought out. You're seeing the Lord, you know, bring about these prophecies in a more faster pace. And in the part 1, we read Habakkuk 2 and 3, and the prophecies are speaking. So that's exactly what it is. The prophecies are definitely speaking. You know. So let's see. Number 6, mandatory vaccines. Remember when nobody... Matter of fact, let me get this. Revelation 12:12 says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." And he knows he has a short time. That's why we're talking about the chip. That's why we're talking about, you know, COVID-19 mandatory vaccines. Because one of the very next point is that there will be mandatory vaccines. Okay? It says, remember back when nobody thought that adults would ever be forced to take vaccines except for crazy conspiracy theorists? Well, that day is coming sooner than many expected. A much heralded COVID vaccine could be rolled out in a matter of days. Pfizer and BioNTech have both concluded phase 3 of rushing their jabs to the market. There are still many questions. Now, they're saying that this V is going to be ready as soon as second week in December. Okay? So this thing is real, man. This thing is happening right before your eyes. It says the return to many other out of our old familiar ways will take time, and how much time remains unclear. The answers await more research into the vaccines, how they can be distributed, and how many people are willing to get them. A vaccine won't be available immediately for everybody, which we believe it will be available because, what was that, the Secretary of Defense, he said that they'll be distributed, you know, within 24 hours to every state. And what they're going to do is, man, they're going to make it to where these vaccines are, you know, they're going to do it the same way they did masks. Because masks, you know, they said, oh, you know, masks are suggested. They're highly suggested. Then next thing you know, they mandated it. Everywhere you go, you got to have a mask. So it's going to be the same thing. They're going to, you know, suggest it, recommend it, and then eventually it's going to be mandated. Once they know that everyone has access to get the vaccine, they're going to be pushing it hard. You know? And this COVID, Esau, like I said, we're not ignorant of his devices, because this COVID, they're jacking up the numbers because there's a lot of false positive cases. You know, the tests are compromised. You know, so Esau is through. You know, Esau is a liar. So we don't trust nothing this damn devil says. And we're not going to take the vaccine, Lord willing, and we're not going to take the chip. You know? So whatever that comes with, you know, we're going to have faith. So, but anyway, that was it. You know, I could read more, but, you know, I just wanted to touch on those last few points. Lord willing, we're edified, giving all praises to YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Shalom.